Next question is from Laura in Logan, Utah. Monk is obviously a very complex character. What experiences do you draw on to help create him? That's a good question. I guess I draw on a lot of my own neuroses and a lot of my own idiosyncrasies in my own life. I tend to. I grew up in a big family, so there was a lot of chaos and a lot of disorder, and, growing up, and so I think I have a tendency to want to keep things a little more orderly, and sometimes that becomes, it becomes a little obsessive. So yeah, I draw on my own habits. Mr. Medwin in the Netherlands. Do you think that a Monk movie, either in theaters or direct-to-DVD, would be a good idea? Well, that's another excellent question, because it's something that we talk about a lot. I've had discussions with the writers about this, some of our directors. The cast certainly would be up for doing a Monk movie. We even have floated the idea that it might be a great way to wrap up the series, to do the final episode or 2 episodes as a feature. We could bring back a lot of characters that we've introduced over the past 6 years, like Monk's brother and Monk's father, and a lot of people that have appeared on the show once or more than once, and even maybe spring a few people from jail. So we love the idea, and we're always trying to figure out a way to make it work. Okay, the next question is from Sarah in Cincinnati, Ohio. What is your favorite episode and why? Oh, that is a really, really difficult question, because there have been so many favorites of mine, and so many different favorite moments from a lot of different episodes. If I had to pick one, I would have to say Mr. Monk Takes His Medicine was a favorite of mine. That was an episode where where Dr. Kroger prescribes medication for Monk to take down his OCD symptoms, and this medicine has a sort of personality-altering effect. And we had a really, really good time with that one. From Joshua in Connecticut. How did you come up with Monk's finger framing technique? Okay, I think Josh was referring to the thing that Monk does with his hands when he's investigating a crime scene, and that's a really good question. I think part of that started with me trying to figure out a way that Monk could sort of. It was about a visual thing of dissecting a room or a part of a room into different sort of slices, different pieces, if you will. So Monk kind of looks between the fingers and isolates certain parts of the room or parts of a body, of a dead body, and it's a way of isolating small swatches to examine them more closely. If that makes sense. Okay, next question is from Sharon in North Carolina. Out of all the different characters you have played, which one has been the most challenging and why? Okay, another really good question. I think I would have to say that Monk has been the most challenging, because it's the character that I played the longest, and it really does. It becomes, the longer you do one part, in some ways it's easier, but in other ways you want to keep expanding it, and you want to make it fresh, and you struggle as an actor. You struggle not to repeat yourself, which after 6 years is really, really difficult. Monk also presents a challenge because it's not just a comedy and it's not just a drama. And you have to be able to, all the actors on the show, I think, have to be able to kind of move comfortably back and forth. And sometimes moment to moment between the comedy and the drama. And it's a bit of a tightrope walk. So this has definitely been, in a lot of ways, the most challenging and the most rewarding. The next question is from Jennifer in Memphis for our final question. How do you sleep at night knowing thousands of people love and adore you? Oh, God. Well, I think I sleep better at night knowing that we've done something right with this show and that the fans have been so loyal and they've stuck with us through a lot of changes on the show, changes in cast, changes in the time slot that we've had, but it's encouraging to know that people really still like the show and that the show airs in all kinds of foreign countries, and that people like the show, buy the DVDs, and so I'm hoping that it goes on for a long time.